so if we sound a little different this go round, that's why. Did you get to turn off?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, that's good.
I think it probably just needs to be charged. So we'll do that.
And if I don't like to charge. Hi guys.
Welcome.
Welcome to our live. We got a few things to cover. Right? No, that's on. It's messing with the computer.
Just turning it around. So
Here we go. Alright. First thing to know, if anybody... Oh, I can hear myself. Can I just turn the volume off on this?
Right? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh. What are you doing? Oh yeah, we do have a bunch of stuff to show. Our son is homesick from school today, so if there's any interruptions, that's why. Been dealing with that for a few days now, but yeah, it's kind of a bummer because it's like the end of school times and he's missing out on all the fun parties and everything, but such is life. All right, stuff to talk about. Oh, I feel an interruption coming.
No. Yep. Well, this will probably be a short one anyway then. Let's move it back. So I put up on the site under pre-order. I put the collection page back up, and then I made these cool little swatch books. So if you're interested in one of these, it's the new colors and leathers that are coming out for for summer, fall, and it just has the painted edge and there's a nice little leather swatch.
When am I gonna be better?
What?
This question was when am I gonna be better?
We don't know. So, if that's something you're interested in,
Swatch book.
there's
New
a
colors.
swatch book.
Yeah. Should probably just make one of all the colors. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Anyways, what else?
Currently, you're working on what?
A bunch of big Chloes. 3 right now, so yeah. Just the front. It's not a whole lot to show right now. They're coming along.
It's so humid here.
Yeah, it's gross and humid.
I'm gonna put the air conditioner down here soon.
I think
After
you
this.
get another week. Today is the worst day, and then it's gonna get better for a week.
We'll put in for today because it's just that window, and then it'll be comfortable today, and we don't have to use it.
All right, let me grab some
True story.
things.
We have made a couple of the cerulean. I don't know if you want to show that one
Why?
because that's fall.
Yeah, but it's still exciting.
It is, but I don't know. I think that's too far ahead.
But we talked about this one last meeting.
Did we?
Yeah.
All right. Just don't want to get too far ahead of it,
I know.
but we're gonna do it anyway.
That's not funny. Okay, so first, finish the mini Barry and he's running away. Finish the mini Barry and the burgundy. So excited. It looks really good. So I'm really excited about this color. Again, it's coming in fall. Okay, Nicholas, your turn.
Or what?
Did you already show him this?
No.
Okay, do that.
Well, I wanted to show the cerulean bags, but
Well,
there we
listen.
are.
I guess I'm done. I want to show it because I'm excited. Alright, so our cerulean color is coming.
How do you say it?
Cerulean?
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 Whatever.
Cerul.
It's blue. And it's coming it's coming this July, right?
No. July 1st? No, not the
No.
1st. July.
July 1st
First
is
is
the
the
Boda
Boda
bag,
bag.
which is our new bag that's coming.
So yeah, July.
And then after that, cerulean will drop. And so here is the Charlotte.
You attach this in here.
Okay. You wear it like that.
It looks Looks pretty similar.
Yeah, it might be like a little bit brighter in person than it is.
It's always so hard on the video.
You can also wear it like this if you prefer.
So we'll be doing 7 designs in Cerulean for the first pre-order, and then we'll launch them all later on.
Yeah.
Super classy, very classy color. My thoughts exactly. Super classy color and bag. Cool.
And that might be about the burgundy.
Oh.
Or it's hard to say. Either one. Both classy and cool. And then we finished. We're trying to do the burgundy, Charlotte.
Pretend you don't see this until fall.
It's coming in fall. But it's still exciting.
It is exciting. It looks really nice.
It looks really beautiful.
I was trying to take. So what's interesting about like the deeper or the brighter colors when taking photographs of them, you have to work really hard to get them to look like they do in person.
Right.
Because it was really weird. The blue kept photographing really cool.
Like cobalty, which is
not warm enough.
The opposite of kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's
then
very like
the burgundy kept photographing like more, almost just it looked like the sienna. Like
more
it was brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's definitely like a rich like. I don't want to say eggplanty, but like
I think that's
oxblood.
Oxbloody, eggplanty, burgundy. I think those are all like the same type of vibe that burgundy is giving.
Yeah. Love the burgundy. Yeah, we're excited about it.
It's
it was the right
so
choice
beautiful.
to move. Like the sienna is really nice. It's a nice color. It's a medium brown color. But I think Leanne said it before.
Yeah.
This is really what we wanted to do.
This is what I always kind of like intended.
But for some reason we didn't. I don't know.
So this is the sienna on the brownish color, and then burgundy. So that's what we're switching over to. We've dropped sienna a while back.
Sienna goes away.
Yeah. And burgundy. I think it's just a little bit richer. It's more make people sick. It's more of where I had imagined in my head it would sienna would look like. And I don't know why we decided.
It's good to see all the colors, even if it's fall. That's what you can say for the one we want. It's fine to show. I just, yeah. Like some things we've shown a full like 8, even a year ahead of when they're coming out, and I don't know. I don't know if that's frustrating for people or not. But anyway.
I understand.
Or does it take away focus from what's currently going to come up next?
Yeah.
I struggle with getting colors to show in pics too, and videos. Yeah, the videos are harder because you can't color correct them.
Yeah. It's like you can just pop them into like what's it called?
Yeah, I had to really correct the warmth on
It was so weird. You showed me and I was like, that's
I took a picture.
Bizarre.
I showed you the back of the camera.
To me, it
came across as like powdery blue, and it's just
like but cold, like it was like a cold blue, and this is definitely not a cold blue. It's a warm blue. It has like I don't want to say green undertones, but like if we're going in a direction, it's definitely more towards the green side than the like purple side.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. There's like no purple in there.
Yeah.
Are you still gonna make a big Sally?
So as of now, no. What the conclusion I kind of came to, and I was patterning out the Big Sally, and the conclusion I came to was that it was going to be a very expensive bag, because of how much leather it was, and it's just it's a great bag, but I mean in my mind I don't want to. It was very basic. And I don't feel like we're
in shape.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not known necessarily for very like basic bags, and there's nothing wrong with a basic bag. I just felt like I don't know how much success we would have selling a more basic bag at a pretty high price point. And that was the part that I just felt like it didn't make sense for us to push that forward, because I kind of feel like you can find a bag very similar to that shape and size out in the world already.
And it would only be in milled So it couldn't
Yeah.
have like its counterpart that would be just bridal.
Right, that would be less expensive. So
unless there's like an overwhelming demand and people are riding
Right.
for it,
Yeah.
I don't see it coming out.
I agree with you. Yeah.
I feel like it was something that kind of needed to happen in the process of like the Sally, the Betty, and like that kind of line.
Yeah.
But what came of that is
Yeah, and so we still like once we dropped that idea, I had come up next with this bag, which again will be coming in the fall, plus a couple, one to potentially two more friends in different sizes of this bag.
friends.
She doesn't have a name yet. We have to work on that one.
Yeah, if you have name suggestions for that one, nothing has like jumped out at us.
Yeah, but I'm really excited about it. It's so pretty. But this will be a more expensive.
Please share products. That's what we're doing. Nice try.
But this is definitely a more expensive bag, and especially if we make. When we make it in milled, it will be quite expensive because all our milled bags are lined, so it's like almost double the amount of leather. So I designed this bag. I absolutely love this bag. It's great. It's like one of my favorite bags I've ever made, but it will be more expensive. There's also gonna be a crossbody strap with this, FYI. And so I really wanted to kind of loop back around to the idea of having another design in our lineup, because we also dropped I think 2 other bags this year.
No, it was the Sally, not the Sally, geez, the Stella, the Ingrid, and
the Big Shelby.
Big Shelby.
So we dropped 3 other bags, and I wanted to bring in another bag that would be kind of like medium to small, kind of basic in the sense that like it wouldn't be too expensive using lots of material. But a unique shape, because I feel like you're seeing a lot of bags out there that are that general size scale of what the Big Sally would have been.
We haven't added to like, in my opinion, the Greta Phoebe area in a while.
Exactly.
So, since those are like the original bags.
Right, and so from that came this bag, which we're calling the Boda bag.
BOTA, Boda.
And it's got some really clean, beautiful lines. It's got a zipper top closure. There's 2 buckles inside the bag, so you can make the strap super adjustable to make it either a crossbody or a shoulder bag.
It's adjustable.
Yeah, all the way through. And so we wanted, like, to me, I'm like, this is more exciting as opposed to the Sally, where just the shape is like so unique, and it's just really exciting. It's also super comfortable to wear.
We also have seen a lot of like the larger Sally bag style out there.
Yes, exactly. And so I want our stuff to obviously fit in the world, but I don't want to just kind of recreate
trying to be
what's already
different
out there. Yeah, that's kind of
Mabel, Lucy, Joanna.
for this guy.
Yeah.
The lady.
Selena reminds me of I Love Lucy.
Oh, interesting.
Lucy.
Lucy's cool.
That's good. Great craftsmanship. These people joined. Rad shape. Okay, caught up.
Yeah, and you can wear it this way, you can wear it the other way.
You can put a googly eye on it.
Stop with the googly eye. Enough, right? You can, shoulder bag, all the different ways.
Yeah.
And you can make it much shorter, make it like a true like under your armpit kind of bag as well. So didn't do the Sally, but decided on this bag, and I'm super excited about this. We've gotten a lot of great feedback for it. The shape itself is inspired by actual Boda bags, which were bags like from a long time ago that would hold wine, and they kind of have this shape and would typically have like a spout on the end, sort of thing, almost like a canteen type vibe. So that's why we're calling it the Boda bag, but plus it's just fun to say. But yeah, I'm really excited about this bag.
So this one will come out the 1st of July.
Right.
And it'll be different because it'll be out with all the colors, including cerulean, but not burgundy, because burgundy's in fall.
Right.
Which is why I don't want to be confusing.
Yes.
And then that kicks off cerulean's pre-orders. So each week we'll do a different bag.
A different bag in cerulean for pre-order. So July 1st, you'll be able to order this bag in all of our colors, including the cerulean color, just not burgundy yet. Burgundy will come in the fall. So, exciting stuff. There you go. Also, that strap can get a lot longer, too.
Yeah, I had one, took it to concerts. There you go.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's like a camelback.
Oh, yeah. That's really funny.
Okay.
So yeah, that strap can get a lot longer than it was too. A lot longer, a lot shorter. The straps are inside the bag, resting on the very bottom, so you can really adjust it quite a bit, which was another thing I always try to implement in our designs. Like even our regular crossbody strap can go from very short to very long.
Did you say anything about current lead times?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So just a heads up, we're at like the 8-9 week mark for lead times on our new waitlist system. It feels like it's gonna stay there. Like it kind of evened out. So I think we can produce and get things out in that
Within
timeline.
that, yeah. So in case you guys
that
don't
kind of
know,
makes-
we switched, just to say this once again, we are no longer doing order week. We are open to take your orders all the time, but we have a wait list. So you'll see the wait list posted on the front page at the very, very top. You'll see how long the
It's true.
wait times are.
We have about 2 more batches of red bags to go out after this red Chloe over here.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be through the red bridle and kind of deciding if that's going to come back for spring 2025.
Right. A lot of you
either as
guys-
a limited run or as part of the collection. I'm leaning towards a limited run.
Yeah, a lot of you
She's
guys
leaning
are,
towards collection.
obviously. A lot of you guys are
Total
saying,
number of colors.
I understand, that you really like the red and you're sad if you know, a lot of people missed out on ordering the red and would like it to come back. So I do think that we're pretty much settled on it. It is going to come back. It's in what capacity? If it's going to be a limited springtime run, that maybe we do it every year or something, or do we just add it into the lineup and let it be part of our collection on the regular? So yeah. But the red looks like this. This is a strap for the Chloe that we're gonna.
It would come back, but not in milled.
Oh, and just in the bridle.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. We'll have to have
Or maybe
some of
not.
it.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out. We've got time.
Yeah.
How long
Or maybe it would for a little
is it
bit.
taking from I missed it.
How long does it take from beginning to final product? It definitely depends
to
on the
create the
design.
bag. Yeah,
Oh,
it
that way.
depends. I assume they're talking about like a bag. It depends on the bag.
Do you mean from design, from concept to production, or
Oh,
from full piece of leather to bag? two different things.
I'm gonna go with maybe bag. I feel like it's like designed. Beginning to final product. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if we're just talking about designs I already have designed and made, it does depend on the bag. Some bags are faster, some take longer. Like our Chloe bags that I'm working on right now they look similar to this. This is a prototype, but the Chloe bag actually has a longer
Yeah.
strap. You can see sort of like that. But this bag takes quite a bit more time than, let's say, like our Greta bag is a bit faster, that sort of thing.
Let's see, all this bag design still in production.
Greta or
Greta.
yeah,
Yeah.
great Greta.
Really?
Greta.
It would have
Phoebe.
been Stella. She lost her.
We dropped her off.
Are those the last 2 from like the originals? I think so.
I think yeah.
What?
Trying to remember what else. Yeah, no, it has to be
Yeah, it
because
has to
the
be, 'cause-
Margot was the other one.
Yeah.
And we dropped her a while ago. Did you just? Oops.
Keep hitting buttons. I'm just trying to look at the comments. That was what
Is
I
that
had.
everything?
We've got 10 minutes almost left.
Yes. So you guys have any questions at all? please go ahead and ask. This is, our time to share with you guys like updates, what we're up to, what we're working on, and for you guys to ask any questions that you might have.
We're pretty excited. This is the first year ever we're doing a summer drop for a design
Yeah.
and a color, so we're going to try that out and see if it works. That's that.
I'm excited. I think it's going to be good. You guys seem excited about the new colors and the Voda bag. So.
And by the end of the year, like everything will kind of be settled. We'll have the colors we're going to have, we'll have the designs we're going to have. Maybe 2025 will be a little bit more calm for those kinds of changes.
But other changes probably will take their place.
Oh, we'll see.
How do you come up with your bag names?
Well, we ask people.
We do ask
our
you
audience,
guys.
Ask the audience.
Yes,
Phone
quite
friends.
often. And I would say a lot of times you guys come up with some really good suggestions. We've definitely named some bags after ideas that you guys have come up with. But
sometimes they just kind of make
makes
sense with the bag, which doesn't help anybody. But
and then the other way was when we were having our son, before we knew he was going to be a boy, we had a very long list of girl names that we both really liked, and so we pulled from there a ton. I think we've probably used up most of them at this point.
yeah, you can, if you're stuck at how to name one of your bags, usually what I do is so for the Voda bag, that's very practical to its use and where its inspiration was.
Right.
But if you didn't want to call it the Voda bag, you would probably look into the history of it, who used it, were they explorers, where did they explore to, get something tangible to kind of pull from.
Yeah.
And it's gonna sound weird, but round bags tend to be more feminine, square bags tend to be more masculine. You can go in that direction, and
there's lots of ways.
S's and O sounding, soft sounding words can be more feminine, and consonants can be more masculine. It's all very, it's interesting. It's it's a social experiment.
But yeah, that's basically how we've done it for the most part. We've also named some bags after places, the Bowery bag. We used to have a Chelsea bag, so those were inspired by New York City. And then we also had the Fairmount, which was inspired by Fairmount Park in Philadelphia. So yeah, those are the things that tend to inspire us.
New bag name, Tina. That's a good question. How do you decide when a color or bag is going to drop? Multiple factors.
The number one thing we look at, of course, is if it's selling well or not. We also look at how long it's been in the collection. We typically give a bag at least a year to prove itself and be out in the world and see how it does.
Another consideration is the bag does it still make sense in the entire collection?
Right.
So to us and to me, the Stella, it's not that that was a bad selling bag at all.
No, it
was
just decent actually.
That bag to me, like we just talked about, there's only 2 bags left from the original collection, and I can see those other 2 getting revamped or changed in a way in the future, and pushing the whole collection a little bit forward in a different direction.
Yeah, the collection is always evolving, so you kind of just have to, it's kind of like you're just constantly taking an editing eye to the entire collection. Is it all working? What are our best-selling bags? Do these other ones that might be not doing as well, is there a reason why? Can we either update them or do we need to drop them? There's a lot that kind of goes into that conversation. But every year we like to try to have 1 to 2 new designs. That's generally what we have done. Not that that's necessarily always the exact plan, but I'd say 1 to 3 new designs every year. And so with that, we have to make room. And so, we have to look at what we've got and kind of make a decision. Or maybe these new designs are going to replace or too similar size, similar shape, or something, but maybe just the updated version.
Or say you have too many shoulder bags, you need to get rid of one so you can put a crossbody in there. You gotta make sure everything's kind of rounded out.
Yep.
And colors I think is more what we want to do. It's not really necessarily
we kind of have our standards, so our black and our English tan, so
yeah, those will always be
they're
around.
just gonna always be there, these 2 colors. And I feel every other color has kind of we've just kind of been filling it in. So like we have olive, sienna, which we then dropped for burgundy coming in the fall, which is similar. And the reason, of course, we dropped sienna is because we felt like sienna and burgundy kind of were too similar. Burgundy we felt like would do a little bit better.
And navy is a classic.
Navy's a classic. I will say that red is just generally having a moment right now in the world. It's a trending color. And we typically, as far as color goes, I don't think we're like super like trend driven with that.
No.
But it's just such a big point, and also red is kind of a classic color as well, especially when it comes to accessories and bags. So it just made sense for us to bring it in right now, and that's why I think we're kind of, going back and forth on if we're going to bring it back again or if it'll be just part of the collection entirely. But yeah, it is just a constant editing process. That was a really good question.
It's kind of it depends on like what's going on in the world. It depends on like your personal vision for your brand and that kind of thing. Like you'll never see a neon yellow green from us, just ever.
Yeah, I don't
just
think
ever. Because that doesn't really make sense with the designs.
And just our aesthetic
idea of
in general.
Being, for longevity.
Right.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
Not to say that's not a cool color. It's
yeah.
not.
It's definitely a more trendy color that would go in and out.
Ella for elegant.
I saw that, and from here I thought it said Ellis, and I was like, ooh, Ellis is kind of, for talking about this bag.
Vivian, Lucy's friend.
I like that too.
I wish I could collaborate with your bag collection someday. That's very kind. Greetings from Bolivia. Hello.
So Jamie pop in there.
Yeah, hello.
I said bye.
What's the best product to sell? Best product to sell. If you're asking what our best selling product is, it's the Boweries.
Yeah, Mini Bowery and Big Bowery probably.
Oops.
Very far behind here.
Love my new red bag.
Yeah.
How do you decide when a product or color will be released? So we typically do a spring and a fall release.
Yeah, so
either or.
We definitely feel for the most part that there's definitely like trending seasons when we have a slower times and fast times. And it's interesting because I'd say that our calendar follows more along with the fashion calendar than it does necessarily with like the maker calendar.
Yeah.
So makers tend to sell
Holiday.
more during holiday season. Seems to be like their biggest time of the year because people are buying gifts. Our things are definitely more expensive. They are, influenced by fashion, of course, too. So I can imagine that has something to do with it. But so for us, our bigger selling times of the year is spring and fall. And the reason I see those being such kind of like bigger times to purchase is because people are really changing out their wardrobes at that time. Going from winter into spring is a very big change. And so people are excited to, get out of their winter coats and get into a spring dress. They're more excited to accessorize that look, that sort of thing. So, and then same going from summer into fall and winter, you're really changing your wardrobe over. And so it makes more sense to be purchasing a more expensive accessory like a bag. So those two tend to be our bigger selling times of the year. We are attempting this year to do a summer drop, which we don't typically do, and we're excited to see how that goes.
Yeah.
But,
and that's honestly mostly because the color is a brighter color and more of a summery color.
Exactly.
As well as the Boda bag is more of like a summery kind of bag. It's a
more summery casual bag. I mean, I could see depending how you styled it.
True.
Actually, that might be a fun little video.
Well, burgundy would be a nice fall.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But it would be kind of like a fun little video to do, like, let's take the Boda bag in cerulean and let's style it for summer. And then let's take the Boda bag and and burgundy and style it for fall winter. That'd be really cool. Because they could
Did
definitely.
you just come up with a marketing idea?
Me? That's weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely depends on how you style it. But so yeah, good questions. Lots of good questions.
1 minute left.
1 minute. Get your questions in. I feel like there was something I was going to talk about. Oh, I'm going to touch on this really briefly because it's super personal to us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you live in the Philadelphia area, you may have heard about UArts. University of the Arts in Philadelphia is the school that Nick and I went to It's where we met. It's where we studied illustration. It's where we got our start in the arts. And incredibly sadly, it is closing. It's super abrupt.
Yeah,
and
very suddenly.
Literally, they gave their staff and students that were already attending or about to attend a week's notice that they were no longer going to be at a university or even anywhere you can go to take classes.
And it's not like it was a small university. It had the
No.
College of Design, it had fine arts, it had dance, it had creative writing,
Yes.
music, theater. It had like every aspect of art was encompassed in the university.
And it had been around since the 1800s.
Yeah.
It's one of the oldest art schools in the United States,
Yep.
and now it is closing, and it's awful. And to be honest with you, when I heard about it, of course the immediate response is just pure shock and
Yeah.
being upset. But now I'm kind of realizing, like, I didn't really realize just how much of an impact that school had on me, and it literally feels like someone is dying. Like,
Yeah.
it's incredibly depressing.
A lot of the professors that we went to school with there,
Yeah,
they were still there.
They're still there, yeah.
And
And
they're
they're all
phenomenal
losing
people.
their jobs. And the other sad bit of that is there's another school called PAFA, Philadelphia
Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts.
right, and
Which
they
is
are
on the other side. If you know Philadelphia, it's on
the
North Broad.
whereas yours was South Broad. They are also closing. They did it the right way at the very least. They're affiliated with UPenn. And they told everyone, I believe in January, that they'll be closing the
At the end
following
of 2025.
year. Yeah, exactly.
Which they are legally required to do.
Right. Again, another reason why I don't understand what's going on at UArts. So it's just a sad time for a lot of students and staff and artists and creators and Philadelphia's art scene in general. And I just want to say, like, I'm so sorry that that is happening, and we're here for you guys. And if you're going through it, like, I can't even imagine how that might feel if you are either a professor or a current student there. Because as an alumni, it's just rough. It's really rough to hear about. Philadelphia
And
losing
Philly has
such,
like a vibrant creative community.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of hard to measure the impact of having all those students in the city and like what
Yeah.
they do when they're not creating and what they're doing to move forward in the creative community in Philadelphia.
and then and like for us, even just like us as an example, right? Like we
Yeah.
both went there for illustration.
And we stayed in the Philly
We
area.
stayed in the Philly area for I graduated in 2006, so that's crazy. That's like almost 20 years that I've been here.
Mhm.
And I worked, in fashion for 10 of those years, and I worked in other artistic ways. I did freelance illustration, I did all these other things, and now we have our bag company, and like it's so sad. And I wish there was more we could do about it. I'd say the biggest thing is to just kind of connect with other students and alumni if you can. I know they're having protests right now down there, and they're trying to figure out ways to at least merge UArts students with other art schools in the area.
I saw there's talk of the possibility of Temple looking at it because they have an art part of their school is art, Tyler School of Art.
Yeah.
So that's possible, but it's wild because the buildings there are so historic. There's so
Yeah.
much value in the buildings,
And they
so
have
I
a
can't help
lot
but
of
wonder
property.
if that was part of the reason.
Yeah. Something
Something
very
drastic happened.
messed up happened
It
in
had to
order
have happened.
for that to go down the way it did. So I will stop my rant now.
Yeah.
But I thank you for listening to it for a little bit, because it's affecting a lot of people. So
It's going to be interesting, for sure.
so
Way to end it on a positive.
sorry. I know. I should have. I don't even know how you go up from there, right? Like you don't. It's not really possible. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if you
I'm
are
grateful for my time there and
Oh.
all the people I met and
100%.
the education I had.
The community it created, just like super supportive.
I think the more that we thought about it, the more we realized the impact it had on us, especially as creative people and like creative problem solving goes.
Yeah. And even like people constantly ask us like, oh, what's it like working with your partner, your significant other? And like we both always, one of the main points we always say is like, like one of the reasons that we work so really well together is because we went to art school, and you have critiques and you're used to getting critiqued and getting feedback. It's one of like the main things that happen when you're in art school, and so we're used to having that level of communication with each other.
Well, and it's a skill you learn because like it can feel so personal, especially when you're trying really hard to improve on your skills as like a painter or an illustrator or just your drawing
and expressing yourself
and figuring out how you want to do that with what medium. There's a lot of trial and error that goes into doing that, and you know, your topics, your subject matter, like you can get very specific in your skills, but getting there can be really hard, and having your peers and your professors give you honest critical feedback and being able to take that is such a huge part of growing and being open to the change you need to like get what's in your brain out into the world. And as makers and creators, like there's nothing more beautiful than that.
Right. And just to be perfectly honest, like creativity and the arts is just, people take it for granted, and it is so important in this world for us to find ways to express what's actually going on inside of us. And so I just feel so bad for everyone that's going through it right now. And I appreciate so much of what we got out of that school, and I wish that others would be able to do that in the future, and I hope that there's some sort of resolution to this entire thing.
And the interesting part is to think about it the other way. If you strip the humanity from everything that we're doing, like everybody's seen the AI images that feel wrong,
right?
And you know that because it's not human created. There's no humanity in there, and I think that's like a microcosm of what we can expect if we go down like that path, like you know, keep going down that path.
Definitely.
Anyway.
All right.
That's it. We gotta go.
Yeah. Rant over. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for tuning in. We should be back again next Thursday, same time, same place. Thank you all for your great questions today. And if you know somebody who is struggling because their school is closing, please reach out to them. Be a listening ear. Be a friend.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.